Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Diploma teacher education and going forward. Today is on Saturday. Today is on Saturday. I want to consider the various technological input and effects to education regarding information and communication technology integration in education. So there are several aspects that we're going to consider while integrating ICT in our classrooms as far as teacher is concerned and teaching is concerned. Many things have been said before previously on how to use ICT and even how to implement ICT integration in schools and the difference between ICT integration and the use of ICT materials inside the same classroom. Digitization of our teaching and learning experience in classroom has been greatly influenced by the advanced technology and how technology has actually affected how teachers view education and also teachers implement use of ICT in various day-to-day running of schools and other management tasks given to them by the school. Within diploma teacher education, teachers are taught on how to handle kids from PP1 right to grade 9 and how to formulate the various teaching experiences, be able to make learning experience creative in classroom, captivating, and maintaining learners' interest towards education by improving the way we deliver content in classroom. So, as these changes have been implemented in various schools in the country today, the country is now trying to move from the analog way of delivering content to learners into the more digital way of delivering content to learners. So information and communication technology integration in education is a guided structure where information and communication refers to the integration of computers, software, telecommunication, digital resources to store, retrieve, and transmit and manage information inside a school setting. ICT plays a significant role in education because transformation of how teachers think, the way and students interact, communication, and access of information. The integration of ICTs in education enables innovation, teaching methodology that is upgraded, digitalization of various things, and even it also facilitates collaboration between parents and teachers. Parental engagement and empowerment is very effective when we are using digitalized settings. When we involve technology, we can bring a mass of people together within a very short period of time. So ICT has actually helped us to achieve this as a country, and as CBE is dictating that we all integrate ICT in our classroom so that we are able to achieve inclusive education at the end of the day. So ICT integration is very important, and ICT integration we can channels that would pass in technologies and be able to achieve our goals of education. And when we talk of in education setting, of course, we are talking of how teachers can interpret the curriculum, understand the content, pass the knowledge from the teachers to the learners by the use of various technological devices. And some of these various technological devices we have seen before: computer, laptops, mobile phones, even televisions and radios can be used in classroom to deliver content, including projector lamps and other devices that we can use. So you see, in a classroom, even the use of headphones, the use of monitors and other keyboards can be used to deliver information. And this information that out is a reflection of what is inside the curriculum and how it can be delivered to learners to ensure that we achieve the primary goal of our curriculum, which is knowledge. Learners to get knowledge. You see, analog or traditional learning setups were greatly interested in what a learner can grasp, what a learner can understand from whatever is written in our policy books. And but in ICT integration, we are interested in how much they can be able to do. And that's why we are talking of integration. We are talking of integration, pulling information from the books by the use of ICT devices to the learners through the media. Now, this media is great. You see, a long time ago, we could call papers media. And media is not only something that is written inside a computer or rather inside the mobile phone, but something that can be presented in a 2D or a 3D format to the learners. So these days we now want to present media in a different way. Sorry. We want to present media in a different way. We want to present media as visuals. We want to present media as audios. We want to present media as those teaching and learning resources that have been regulated by the use of computers, by the use of various ICT devices, by the use of various technological tools like whatever is inside the softwares like school learning management systems and others, so that at the end of the day, this media can be brought together, and then people in classroom would utilize them. The teacher can utilize them, and the learners can utilize them. So that collaboration between teacher, learner, parents, and the school, that we can utilize one software to achieve all the goals of a school. That is now ICT integration. Teachers have been confused before by ICT use and ICT integration. Kindly allow me to take water. There is a difference between ICT use and ICT integration. Previously, teachers have been confused with ICT use and ICT integration. And some of them have thought that going to class with a mobile phone, then start scrolling notes inside the same mobile phone, that is ICT integration. Some teachers think that going to classroom and having a projector, of course, projecting the notes to the learners, that is ICT integration. But here we come with a different explanation. ICT integration is concerned more with what the learner can do that is inside this mobile phone or your projector lamp. How far can they access those material inside your computer, inside the media that you have chosen, inside the channel, the devices that you have chosen to do the delivery? How far the learners would access the same material is now what we call integration. You see, we don't achieve integration unless we have been able to allow these learners also to participate in this process of accessing material. So there's the issue of accessibility. How accessible are these material to every learner? Number two, there is the issue of safety and use. How safe is the site you are using? How safe is the software you are using? We have issues to do with cyber security, cyber bullying, and other things. How safe is it? Can these learners achieve whatever educational goals are there within our curriculum designs, or is it going to take away their interest and pull them into consuming knowledge that is not intended in our curriculum? And finally, how is the usability or capability of power, internet, and availability of the ICT device itself within the same compound? So we should not use those so sophisticated ICT devices in our schools so that they don't disadvantage our learners in the process of learning how to use these devices. They should be simple, accessible, and freely available to every learner so that they can use them whenever they want to use them, and they're able to access them, able to manipulate material inside there without deviating, without getting harm, or without getting into contact with information that is not intended for the same curriculum. So we will have the definition of ICT, and ICT refers to the diverse set of technologies, technological tool and resources used to communicate, create, store, and manage and share information. So this technology encompasses a wide range of devices, applications, and systems that facilitate the process of the processing, exchange, and access to information in digital format. I've told you that these learners should be able to access the same information. They should be able to exchange, share. That is when collaboration comes in. And these tools must follow the current technological advancement in our market. You see, don't bring now a second generation computer inside a grade one classroom and you say you want to integrate. ICT. At least use something that is more technological related to whatever the generations we have right now. Use a fourth, fifth, even sixth generation computer into your classroom. That one matches the effort of the same digital era that we are in, so that we don't waste learners' time inside the classroom thinking that we have delivered a lot, yet we have delivered nothing at the end of the day. So it is good to consider that these tools, we use them in resource development and communication, creation, storage, management, and also to share information so as to allow collaboration. So ICT includes hardware and computer software. So hardware include maybe what you can see on a computer. For example, what you can see on my computer here is we have things like a mouse, we have things like a keyboard, we have the monitor, we even have the central processing unit that you can see. These ones that you can see and touch, let's call them the hardware. Let's start by calling them the hardware right now. But you can also have interactive whiteboards, smart boards, and others. Those ones also are physical devices that you can touch in classroom, and we could say that you have achieved ICT integration within the same classroom. Then we have softwares that helps us during ICT integration. And some of the softwares that helps us during ICT integration, we have applications and systems for data processing. We have also word processors. We have spreadsheets, educational softwares like educational learning management systems, and others that can be used as softwares in other system. Then we also have networks and communication systems. So the internet, Wi-Fi, telecommunication systems are infrastructure that allows connectivity and information exchange, including service providers like Safaricom and Airtel. Those ones are the networks and communication systems that would help us during content delivery within the same classroom so that we are able to achieve ICT integration. It is important to note that in education, ICT is really important. Number one, it enhances engagement and interactivity within the same classroom so that learners are able to interact with boards, multimedia presentation, and make learning more engaging. Also, we have interactive quizzes and games, encourage student participation, and even they reinforce learning among us, the small learners. When they play games within the computers, they can even play chess, they can play PES, they can play football, they can play other things, they can even play truck driving and others. They are able to develop language, hand-eye coordination, psychomotor, the development of the child from the brain to the physical of that develops holistically. You know, people would see that these ones are distractions in a classroom, that having a computer inside a classroom, this one will serve as a distraction. But when you have the right resources inside this computer, the hardware is good for the learners to handle, you have the best softwares inside here, the tools that you use inside the same, and then you have the right internet connectivity, then that one does not serve as a distraction within the same classroom, but it rather serves as an improvement for development for the learners, and also it serves to save time and improve engagement and interactivity among us, the same learners, and even within the school management and also the parental engagement. Remember, our curriculum right now states that we should engage parents and learners in teaching and learning process so that we are able to achieve the intended goal of education, which is to ensure that every learner is educated at the end of the day. Number two importance of ICT integration in school is personalized learning, where ICT allows for differentiated instruction, where content and pace can be adapted to meet each student's needs. Also, online resources and learning platforms give students access to a wide range of material suitable for their learning levels. You see here, we are talking of personalized learning. You see, there's a learner who doesn't learn faster like the other. So when we have things like self-paced online learning management system or e-learning management system, at that point, this learner is able to read at their own pace, learn at their own pace, practice at their own pace, do assignments at their own pace. And that way you have personalized their learning experience. And therefore they are able to interact with learning more efficiently, and more results are going to be realized at the end of the whole program. Also, we have things like access to global resources. From our country, Kenya, we can even download material that is in US and others through sites like Scribd, through sites like Chidoku, through sites like EduCloud, and other sites that are readily available with material for teaching and learning online. Kenyaplex and others, we can able to interact with people from all over the world. So that we are able to share information, ideas within education setup, and other things that we are able to gain through education learning management and also through ICT integration. Then there is also collaboration and communication through WhatsApp groups, social media, and other things. We have emails, we have so many things, so many ways that we can use to communicate with our parents, with our teachers, with our learners, with our stakeholders, and other people, including also video conferences, communication, and other things, writing of SMS, WhatsApp conferences, and other things, Google Meet, Zoom, and other things. We are able to interact as a team and be able to realize our goals at the end of the day. And finally, we also have the importance of skill development for the modern world. And that's why I started by telling you, don't bring a very old computer inside the same classroom. These learners have seen new computers at home. They have seen better options of computers at home, and now they know the difference between whatever you're providing and whatever is there at home. So it is good for you to bring that one that is more current or more modern, so that when they are interacting with them, they already have some to maybe compare and contrast that is at home, or even at the places where they go to do entertainment with their families at home. Another topic is the core terminologies in ICT. And the core terminologies in ICT, number one is digital literacy. And digital literacy is the ability to effectively use digital tools and resources for learning, communication, and productivity. Digital literacy is the ability to effectively use digital tools and resources for learning, communication, and productivity. We also have e-learning. E-learning is learning conducted through electronic media, typically on the internet. E-learning can include online courses, virtual classroom, and digital content. We also have learning management system, which is a software platform used for delivering, tracking, and managing educational courses and training programs. We have example is Google Classroom. We also have multimedia, the use of a combination of text, audio, images, anime, and video to represent information. We also have digital divide, which is the gap between those who have easy access to digital technology and the internet and those who do not. Understanding this term is essential for addressing equity in digital education. We also have virtual reality and augmented reality. Augmented reality. This is technologies that create immersive experiences. Virtual reality simulates a complete environment, while augmented reality overlays digital information onto the real world. So we are going to handle those terms when we are working on ICT. We're going to work on digital literacy, e-learning, learning management system, multimedia, and digital divide, and virtual reality and augmented reality. Another subtopic is ICT in classroom, now transforming teaching and learning. This is important now to understand. All the other things, say the hardware, the software, the importance of having ICT in the classroom, and finally the core terminologies is ICT. All that is to make us understand that we have computers, we have mobile phones, and we also have laptops. We also have printers and other gadgets that we can use during ICT integration in classroom. But does that matter when we don't know the specific goal of learning ICT integration in diploma teacher education? You see, for primary schools, learners are still very young, learners are interactive, learners are chaotic, and in an inclusive education setup, learners have got all the diverse educational needs. Sorry. Learners have got all the diverse educational needs. And for that purpose, in classroom, we have digital resources and content delivery. We have ICT enables teachers to use video, animation, and other digital content that makes lessons more dynamic and understandable. Digital resources allow for diverse ways to explain complex concepts, make learning more accessible. It makes us understand the various digital resources and content that we are able to create, develop, and use them in classroom. That includes video, animation, and digital content. We also have data management and assessment. Teachers can use ICT for tracking student progress, managing grades, and creating digital assessment. Digital assessments can offer instant feedback, helping students understand their performance and areas of improvement. And in our next video, I'm going to upload to you one electronic learning management system, which I have chose for this learning, so that we are able to understand how we are going to manage data for our students, and also we are going to manage assessment within the same classroom. And we are going to see the various aspects of electronic learning management system, so that we are able to at least know how we are going to interact with them within the same classroom, so that we are able to achieve our educational goals. We also have it promotes independent learning. So ICT encourages students to engage in self-directed learning by accessing online tutorials, courses, and other resources. So platforms like Khan Academy, Coursera, and educational YouTube channels provide free learning material across a wide range of subjects. We have promoting independent learning, where learners can actually are able to retrieve material from online, access classes, access subjects learning, access websites that provide learning, and other things that they are able to do, so that they are able to interact with different material, and finally become independent in learning, so that they know what is where, and where I press, where I get what, so that they are able to bring the same knowledge out on their own. And that is what we call integration. Integration simply means when the learners are able to operate these devices on their own. See you in our next lesson. My name is Mr. Boniface Igovwa, a server from Kajiado Teachers Training College, and my phone number is 0740912390. 0740912390. ICT integration in diploma teacher education, ICT integration for primary and pre-primary schools in Kenya. Have a nice evening.